Welcome back to the American Dream. Today, Christy and I are taking you to one of Denver's most vibrant and sought-after neighborhoods, Sloan's Lake, where creativity, architecture, and community come together in a truly special way.
We're meeting local artists, Steve and Elise Weitz, a talented husband and wife duo whose passion for art is reflected not only in their work, but also in the stunning architectural home they've created here.
Beyond the walls of this remarkable home, Sloan's Lake offers a unique Denver experience. Walkable streets, local shops, incredible dining, outdoor recreation, and one of the city's most iconic waterfront settings.
Join us as we step inside Steve and Elise's extraordinary home, explore their creative journey, and discover why Sloan's Lake is one of the best places to live in Denver. This is the American Dream.
I think when I was an undergraduate, I had studied a little bit of law, politics, and then art, concentrated on art. And that combination focused me to look at work, human figures throughout the centuries and how that was handled by different artists, sculptors, painters, and the human condition. So today, what comes in and influences my work is the politics, the human condition, and the relationships that people have with each other and nature being the foundation of their existence. A couple of the bronzes are important, even though they're small. I'm working on large ones, but they're important because they're embodying an example of a human and the expressions maybe that they have through their body language, maybe their face, relays to that human condition and the relationship. Sloan's Lake, although it's not the largest body of water in the Denver or Colorado area, I think it's an important body because it's in the city and there are lots of people around. And for me, water and the birth of things, water is such an important element in that birth that it just gives me, when you just walk by there, and I think most people are like that, you just walk by there and you feel this life. To me, I feel this life and this birth over and over again, and that flows into my artwork.
So I've been doing pottery, ceramics for about 20 years now. And I started when I was, 20 years ago, I took a course, a beginner course, and I loved it so much. And then in the town that I lived in, there was two ceramic artists who gave lessons in their private studios. So I worked full time, so I was only able to do it like once a week or maybe twice. But when I retired in 2018, I was able to set up my own studio. And now I can work, as long as I want, whenever I want. As a child, I loved art and I used every piece of paper in the house that I could. My parents used to say they couldn't keep up with it. And then after I majored in art, I decided found that pottery was my love. So I'm inspired by nature and textures and patterns, and I like to use real plants to press into the clay. Sometimes I'll have rocks to make textures and patterns in the clay. And the other inspiration I have is through other artists, other ceramic artists. I've taken a lot of workshops, and just having a sense of a clay community where I learn from other ceramic artists is really important to me. I would say I really love that my pottery is functional and that people use it. Like when people come and buy a piece of my pottery and they use it, that's very rewarding for me. Oh, well, I think it's wonderful that we have such access to the lake and a body of water where it's calming and there's this boost of nature. We ride our bikes around the lake. We walk around the lake. There's plants that I can choose to use for my pottery. And it's such a community park. If you walk around the lake, there are people of all ages and all backgrounds. So it's truly a community park and lake.
Today we had the privilege of meeting Steve and Elise Weitz, whose artistry and creativity extends far beyond this beautiful home.
It's stories like these that remind us that the American dream isn't just about where you live, it's about creating a life that reflects who you are.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of American Dream.